From as early as I can remember, all I knew was basketball. Much of my free time was spent watching it or playing it. What I didn't realize was that playing the game that I loved taught me many of the life skills that helped catapult me to where I am today. I learned teamwork, to be tough, to persevere, to think, to win, and yes, even to lose. Basketball for me has been much more than just a game. To me, it was my life.
Our next inductee, Dr. Carmen Jones Carey. As she makes her way up with a broken foot, let's give her a round of applause. I'm going to go ahead and state her accolades as she makes her way up. Carmen was a three-sports athlete and competed in volleyball, basketball, and softball. High school honors and recognitions include earning varsity letters in three sports: all-Dade, second-team recognition in basketball, a member of the countywide Region 4 All-Star team comprised of top female basketball athletes from Dade County, and a member of the North versus South All-Star basketball team. Carmen went on to compete at St. Thomas University on a basketball scholarship. However, when that program went under, she was recruited by Barry University to join their inaugural team. Although the team experienced growing pains by her senior year, she went on to compete in the NCAA Division II National Tournament Finals in Turlock, California. After graduating with her bachelor's degree and making all types of all SSC Sunshine State Conference honors in '89, 90, selected for the all-conference team in '90, and was named Athlete of the Week in 1991. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in communications, Carmen entered the field of education and landed her first teaching job at Miami Carl Park Senior High in 1993, where she taught language arts and was assistant girls basketball coach. She also was the head girls volleyball coach and the assistant athletic director. Under her leadership, the girls volleyball team won several district championships. During this time, Carmen earned her master's degree in educational leadership. After leaving Carl Park, Carmen went on to become an assistant principal at Coral Gables Senior High in 2005, then was promoted to her first principalship at Horace Mann Middle School in 2008. She earned her doctorate degree in 2012. 2013 became the principal of her present location, Coconut Palm Cade Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Carmen Jones Carey. Someone else who wants to say a few words on her behalf? My brother Rico. Hello, everybody. And just want to, it's an honor and pleasure growing up with Carmen Dion Jones. Got to emphasize that, Dion. Yes, I did. Name for Dion Ward. Name for Dion Ward. I see, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. One thing about Carmen that was mentioned earlier by Rodney, and he was speaking about Lily, was she was a protector. I remember in elementary school at Coconut Grove Elementary, something would happen to me in the classroom. Somebody hit me on top of the head or something. And I would run out of the classroom, and I would run to Miss Ford's class, and before I would even hit the door, Carmen was looking out the window, trying to see what was going on. She would come out the classroom, let's go get him, bro. Let's go get him. And she was fearless. She had no fear, and she played like that. The littlest thing on the basketball court, whether it was softball, whether it was volleyball, whether it was basketball, it didn't matter. She would have played football if she could. But she had a heart that was unimaginable. I remember she grew up, she played with braces. And, she would always go for these layups, they would foul, and she would fall on the ground, and she'd get up and she's just bloody, Didn't matter. It didn't matter. That just fueled her more. And as she grew and she got to high school, there were some really tough teams back then. Coach Cannon was around, and my uncle Leonard was around, and Central High School, and who else am I missing back then? But there's this girl from no disrespect back there, from Southbridge, I believe they called it the House or something like that. And she was a beast in the middle. But let me tell you, Carmen Jones had the key. She had the keys to that house. And no matter where she went and who she played against, it was a battle. It was a battle. And she used that and the lessons that she learned in life to motivate her to become a teacher, to become an assistant principal, and to become Dr. Carey Jones. as a principal now. And all I had to do is, as she trailblazed the path, all I had to do was walk right behind her. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my sister, Dr. Jones Carey, Carmen Dion Jones.
Thank you, everybody. Just a little trivia. No, I just love him. He's so cute. I've always been his protector. I will always protect him. Just a little trivia. I was thinking as I was sitting there, if you've ever went to a football game at Gables in the 70s, like 74, if you ever went to any of those football games, you remember that little mascot cheerleader that was there? That was me. Just so you know. Another trivia. People don't realize and understand that the Joneses and the Coleys are one. That's my cousin up there. So the Coleys and Jones family are really one big, large family. So we kind of had a lot to stand up for and a lot of big shoes to fill. So that's another little trivia. And finally, my mom, who's also here, was one of the teachers that integrated Gables as instructors in 1969. So they call her Mama Jones to this day, but she was one of the first black teachers to teach at Gables Senior High School. So thank you so much, and first and foremost, I must give grace and thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who loved me long before I ever knew him, and it is only because of him that I stand here today before you. I want to thank the committee for selecting me. I'm so honored to be here today. I want to thank my parents for putting up with me, for supporting me, for coaching me, for punishing me when they could catch me, for forgiving me, and most of all for loving me throughout this journey called life. Because contrary to popular belief, the girl that was on the other side really didn't have it as easy as people really thought. The honor of being recognized by the neighborhood that you grow up in and being named amongst some of the most amazing athletes in the world is such an honor, and it is one that should never be taken lightly. I will forever be grateful for this opportunity to represent the village that helped mold me into the woman I am today. One thing that this day has allowed me to do is to reflect. I realized that basketball was not only a sport, it really did save my life. No matter how far I strayed, and yes, I did, remember, it is by the grace of God that I stand here today. I never missed practice, and I never missed a game. I always knew that I could pull on and rely on the games that I loved so much. They kept me grounded, they kept me focused, and every emotion that I experienced, I left it on that court. And I do the exact same thing today with all the young people that I talk to, that I impact, that I love. I run a school of 1,500 kids, and I know every single one of my babies because they represent me. And my goal every day is to be a reflection of what I want them to be. Yes, you can do it. No matter who you are, no matter how big you are, you can do it if you set your mind to it. So I'm grateful for this journey with all its twists, turns, and bumps and bruises that were all part of God's plan. If I've learned nothing else, you absolutely cannot have a story and not give God glory. So no matter where I am, I will give him glory, and I will tell everybody about the somebody that loved me so much. He blessed me enough to stand before you here today, and one day when you read my book, you'll know why. That's a hint. Look out for it, it's coming. So thank you again for this honor. I promise you I will represent Coconut Grove with every source of my being. And when people look at me, they will know I am forever and will always be from Coconut Grove. Thank you.